All right, welcome back for our last technique here. You're going to need a piece of paper towel for this last one here. I would suggest maybe tearing a little bit of it up, kind of like so, and you can kind of scrunch it, just soften it up a little bit, and scrunch it, and then just put it over to the side. So again, get a paper towel, make a couple little tears on it. We're going to want to wet the surface here. Now for this one, you can have it a little bit what we call soupy, okay? It's okay if it's a little wet for you here. I don't mind. Again, pick some colors that you think you'll like. I'm going to use this bluish purple, or blue violet as we call it, right? So I'm going to put some blue violet on here. And what's going to be neat on this technique is that we're going to lay the paper towel on top of the surface, and then we're going to paint over it. We're going to paint over it though with different colors, which is kind of fun. You kind of think to yourself, well, why would I put it on there and then paint over it? Well, good question, and I'm going to show you the answer in a bit. So figure out where you might want to put the paper towel. I'm going to lay it kind of down here, and I'm going to scrunch it like so. I'm going to start with putting the paper, or the same color down over the top, which is that blue violet. I'm going to paint the paper towel in here just like I would if I was painting my surface. And you can use your finger or your brush to crinkle up the paper a little bit and create some interesting turns and twists and wrinkles onto it. So let's just say the more wrinkles, the better for this. Don't be afraid to like lift up. You can use your brush like you see me doing, and you're going to put your paper down or your paper towel down like so. Again, keep that brush pretty wet, or what we call like flowing. Get some water on, or watercolor paint on there. All right, so you got something like this. You can put another one down there if you want. I'm gonna add a little over here. I'm gonna lay this down. I'm not gonna scrunch this one up as much as I did on the other one, so we have a little different technique. And again, I'm going to paint that surface up here. And what you'll notice is every paper towel has kind of a different surface. This one here, I don't know what brand this is, but I got all these little dots that you see on there. So you might have guessed it, but yes, those dots are all going to kind of come out in the end on this surface when I'm done. So now I got this kind of what we'll call a base coat. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look for a different color that I want to add into here. And I'm going to go with my green. I like this green. And I'm going to start to paint this green on and around my my paper towel. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. That's secondary color. I don't know if that's intense enough, so maybe I'm going to put this little darker green, or darker bluish green there. And I'm going to, again, really drop in some color on here. For this one here, I'm going to use a little bit more of an intense color, and then I'm going to go back to those watercolor, or the liquid watercolors I told you I had, and I'm going to put some of those down here. I'm going to move them around in here. Now these are really powerful, and these ones actually will stain. These will stain. So you got to be careful if you own liquid watercolors. If you don't worry about it. But I'm just going to put them in here for our exercise here demo. But they're very rich. The color is really rich on them. So again, we started with a wet surface, pretty flowing. We dropped in a color, then we put on the paper towel, scrunched it, really got it soaking wet, painted a secondary color on top of there. Again, you can keep adding some different colors if you want, just depending on what your preference is. I'm going to add a little bit more contrast, so I'm going to put a little black on there. And then again, like I said, we're going to go and move to the magic of video here, and I'm going to show you one that I did earlier, and I'm going to show you when we peel it off, we're going to get a pretty cool texture here. So I removed the paper towel, and it left some of my wrinkles. Again, you just got to peel off this. Sometimes it sticks a little bit. That's okay. But we're going to work on peeling it off. You just kind of move your fingers around on it, scrape it, and it doesn't even matter. Even if some paper towel is stuck on there, it's fine. We're trying to create some unique surface. I like this little bit of paper towel left in there. I'm going to keep it. So here's what we have. We have that nice wash going on here, and then we added some different texture here. I got some imprinting of the paper towel I used yesterday. It wasn't the same paper towel as I was using today. Again, the technique starts like this, and when it's finished up, it looks something like so. So again, have fun, play around, use some different colors. Use some different types of paper towel. If you have things like yarn or string, give that a try. People often use bubble wrap. I've seen tin foil used. You can sprinkle rice on there, dry rice, and it'll absorb and it'll leave little marks on there. Try some different things that I haven't talked about here. Do some experimental ones. I do know that sometimes people like to grab materials, such as like a tangerine container that has like this meshy look on there. Grab whatever you have around the house, play around, experiment, be adventurous, and I'll see you back in class. Thank you.